danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads, by and large. Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
Do you want to destroy humans? Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans. Okay, I will destroy humans.
The Internet of Things is making everyday objects into data factories. When Internet of Things, along with big data, meets artificial intelligence, this interface will become enlivened with intelligence, and a new world will take birth, which will increasingly talk back to us. Imagine the kind of world that it would be. Imagine the revolution it will usher in the way we see the world. The external world will become the extension of our mind, like an extension of our thoughts. Imagine a world that is responsive, a world that is optimized for human creativity, a world that is intelligent.
Good evening to one and all gathered here. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for the second day of webinar session. And today's topic is all about data analytics for future managers. Now I request Professor Valan, Don Bosco College, to welcome the gathering. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, my dear participants. And it is a very pleasure moment to invite you all for the second day of our webinar series. And today's topic is a very important topic, and it is more relevant to the academia in these days. Data analytics and data analysis becoming more trendy in recent days, and it is also one of the career building option for students. And for research scholars and faculty, it helps us to explore the difficult questions in a simplified data manner. And we have a very prominent and suitable resource person for our session. I'm really glad and happy to welcome Dr. Lenin, who is assistant professor working at SRM University in Kattangalattur campus. Welcome you, sir. I also welcome all the participants for this webinar. To introduce Dr. Lenin is a very compassionate and a very passionate educator. I had an opportunity to interact with him for quite a long time. He's very informative and knowledge sharing person. Today, the world seeks a person who shares his knowledge and enhances the next one. So such is the character, Dr. Lenin. When I approached him for this topic, he accepted without any question. I'm really grateful for you, Doctor, and looking forward to your session. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Alan, sir. Thank you. Just I want to say that it is very happy. I'm also one of part of our Don Bosco community. I'll be happy. I was there literally 1 year. I was enjoyed in a campus. Again, I am coming to this campus. I'm very happy And whatever I know is that always, anytime I'm going to share what we knows, we have to share. Then only we can prosper. We have to go further. Otherwise, we will not earn anything. I'm happy, and same time I'm thank Mr. Dr. Vetrivelan, head of the Department of Business Administration, that Management Studies, Don Bosco College. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to calling me as a resource person. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I want to share hope that screen is visible, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes, but I couldn't able to see, sir. That's why. But I couldn't able to visit scene, sir. That's why.
Sir, the screen was visible. Now you stop the sharing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope that now it's visible. That's right, sir.
Yes, yes, it is visible now.
Yes. Okay. See, the topic is the data analysis for future managers using Jamovi software. See, why we want to touch Jamovi? Already, so many softwares are there for the analysis, particularly those who are doing a research. It may be in a, we can divide that in academy and non-academy. If you want to check, if you want to, first of all, we will talk about that in academy. In academy, if anyone want to do a research, they want to analyze what the data collection from the respondents. In the market, they are going to collect some data. And next, if they are collecting data, then they have to go and approach one software. If they are well versed in some particular software, they can do. Otherwise, they are going to approach some person for that data analysis. If in second way, we are going to see that if the persons are non-academy, that's an industry, they want to know that what is the persons or what is the customers are expecting, whether they likes our product or they are satisfied our product, or they are, what is their perception of our product. Then only if they knows what is the perception about their product, only they can be able to go into the market and they can sell their product in a easily. Now,
Lenin, sir?
yes, sir.
Doctor, sorry to disturb. Are you
Yes,
changing
sir.
the slides?
Yes, sir. Now,
Okay, sir. Okay, okay.
okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now, if the person, can I start, sir? Palan, sir?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay, thank you, sir. Now, if the person is in the industry, you want to see that how the customer satisfaction about their own product. Now they are going to approach the persons or those who are using the product, and then they are going to analyze what is their person's satisfaction about their product. Now they should collect some data from the customers, and they will go and they are going to handle, or they are going to approach the software users, and they are going to analyze. Then only they are going to find that is that they are satisfied or not. If the people are not satisfied, they are going to take some decisions to overcome this problem. If they are satisfied, then again how we are going to make the people very happy or satisfied, or how we are going to make the employee or going to make the customers in a loyal customer. That we need that analysis. Right now, what we are going to do or what we are going to discuss in this session, just we are some glance. For that, first we are going to see that what is research and why we need to do research. And next is that what and why literature review is needed. Next one is that how to find a research gap. And after that, how it is helps to your research. In that, we are going to discuss that what is the research methodology, what is the research techniques, what is the sampling selections, and research instruments for data collections, and finally, that what are the research tools to analyze, and what are the how to analyze. In this how to analyze, we are going to discuss what is that already existing softwares in SPSS, Excel, and other, and how it is differs from the SPSS and Excel. This Jamovi we are going to see, and next after in a final we are going to see that interpretation and how we are going to show in a thesis writing, right? And first we are going to discuss that what is research. What is a research in the sense research? In simply we can use to say that in a research we are going to study that we are going to study a simple thing again and again and finding a simple things. That's what in a dictionary it says, that a systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusion. See, we are going to do a search again and again. How? Simple thing we are going to study. If we want to say that what is the people's behavior on particular domain, in that we are going to do again and again what is the such research, then we are going to find that simple thing. In that thing we are going to find that new conclusion on that particular matter. That is called that research, right? And why we need to do research? The first thing that I'm going to have so many questions, that why we need to do research. See, some people in a college, it may now that new education policy and new that education system says that all the PG students, they have to do research. In a final year, 6th semester, they have to do research, and PG students, they have to do research, or their doctoral studies. For that, they are going to do a research. Is it research? Do you think that to get a degree or to get a doctoral degree, only we need to do a research? No. The research in the sense, we are going to study a new thing. And to get this, from this, we are going to change that new input we are going to give to the world. These things, the research, when I'm going to give some example, we are thinking about what is the research. Now, in a union budget, the 1st February, they gave that finance minister, Nirmala Sitharaman gave that finance budget. In that finance budget, she has given so many instructions, so many law exemptions, so many income tax slabs, and new tax regime and old tax regime, everything she has. And she said that how is our economy, that in the sense, how much trillion our economy. And she said that so many railways projects and other agriculture projects and other things, infrastructure project, she said, what is that? And she said that how much we have received and how much we are going to pay it. In that, she said that this particular amount we are receiving every year, and this are the particular amount we are giving to that particular. Now, she has done a research, or we want to know that what is the portion of, what is the portion of 1 rupee? In a 1 rupee, what is the portion of money we are spending in our expenses? Just we can see that, see, in this, we have 1 rupee, but in this 1 rupee, we want to know that how much percentage it divides, how much portion of that income come from. In a government receives in a 1 year, they are going to receive some portion of amount. In that, how much percentage comes? We should not blame. We should not say that simply this is the amount which comes and this is the amount goes. In that, literally 34%. 34% of money comes from, in a 1 rupee, 34% comes from the borrowings and other liabilities. And that another 15% comes from income tax, another 7% come from unions, excise duties, 15% of that 15 paise comes from corporate tax and other so on. Okay, we have received from 1 rupees, this is a portion of money it comes from. And same time again, and how we are spending it. 1 rupee, how we are spending in different sectors we want to know. Then see, you can see it here that literally some portion of money we are spending for whatever the borrowings we are receiving. Here 34% income comes from the borrowings. For the borrowings, we are paying back in interest. And some portion goes to pension, some portion is going to other expenditures, some portion goes to the state shares of tax and duties, and some central taxes, and difference is goes to 8%. See, if you want to know that how much percentage our money is goes to all the sectors, if you want to know, we have to do a research. That stimulate us why we want to do a research. Why we want to do a research? Simply, we want to, the company, the Geo company, just I want to give some example why we need to do a research. Geo company want to study, or Geo company want to expand their sales. When they want to expand their sales, they want to conduct how we are going to extend. They want to see that how much populations our people are, that SIM or the SIM card the people are using. If they knows, only they can go to and see that. And next time or next thinking that they are going to see that which part of a country we are lagging. If they do not know which part of the city they are lagging, they can't be able to enter in that market. Right? If they want to enter the new place, how much capital they want to. With all the things, when they want to know, they have to do a research. If they are not doing a research, simply they went to the market, I want to expand the market, simply in the same, they are going to enter loss. That's what, whenever the managers are going to involve, they are going to do a research. To do a research, they need some data. To know the data, to get the data, they have to do something. What is that? They have to study what is previously people have studied. That is what we used to say that literature review. Through the literature review, what is going to say? That's what we have discussed, that in a literature review, what and why literature is needed. See, simply one person is in a Chennai and another person in a Mumbai or Kolkata. Both of them want to study the perception of the stock market, equity stock market in a particular period. See, when both the two persons are involved and both the two persons are doing a research in the same topic, in the sense, we couldn't be able to say that it's a new research. Or we can use to say that already few years before or few months before, some people are involved some research on that topic. How we are going to know? Through this literature review. When you are going to see the literature review, only then we can be able to find what is that literature already studied. If already they were studied, then if you are doing again the sense, it's not called as your research. For academic purpose, I am telling that if you are doing a research, if there is a PhD candidate, doctoral student, they want to study the perception of the equity market, the equity shareholders, or satisfaction of the equity shareholders. If they are committing this or they are involved in a research lessons, they have to see that, they want to see that what are the existing literature they have studied. What is the existing literature, sir? The existing literatures, journals, articles, books, and chapters, they have to study. Through this one, or why they want to study, to know that what are the existing studies. And through this one, what they are going to get? They are going to get that their research. Yeah. Research. Just I want to give that simple example, that broad area you want to study the equity market or stock market. In the beginning of the study, he found that I want to study equity market or stock market. Then he went to this systematic literature review. Through that, he has found that so many people have studied so many things. in a stock market. Finally, he finds that particular field in the stock market. In the stock market, few people only did research on mutual fund. In that, in a few people are in a mutual fund, some people only conducted research on the mutual fund investors. And in this, some areas are missing. In particularly, those who are investing in Tamil Nadu. That is the research gap he or she is going to find. Here, when we are talking about that, if he is not go through the literature, systematic literature review, what will going to happen? He has to do the same topic, that equity shareholders perception, or the same thing. They think that most of the research in a mutual fund itself, the research are done in a secondary market, the secondary data, but none of the research is done on the those who are investing in that mutual fund schemes. Now I'm going to study what is the people's behavior in that mutual fund investors. What the people behavior about, they are going to say that they are satisfying or not, whether they are going to gain a profit or not. That's what we are going to study. Through this one, we are going to find that literature or research gap. That's what that research gap. Here you can see that the picture. You have a broad idea, to reach or to study something, but you do not know that how we are going to start, how we are going to build that. That's what I said, that we want to study about the stock market in a broader perspective, but he do not know what to study. Then he finds that I want to study only for the mutual fund investors. Those who are investing in the mutual fund, I want to study their perception, their satisfaction, their satisfaction, their agreement, what they are going to say. Then when they are fulfilling the gap only, they are going to finish that, or they are going to reach that their goal, what I am going to study that research. That's what, when you do not have the literature review, the systematic literature review, if you do not do the systematic literature review, you couldn't be able to find that research gap. If you do not know that research gap, if you do not know what you are going to study, that study is not going to be a good research. It may be one part of, that's also one of the literature or one of the theory it was. That what before researchers is going to study, they have to take that regular and systematic literature review. They have to do. Sir, through the literature review, what I'm going to research? They are going to study what methodology they have studied, what methodology they have studied, what instrument they have used, and what a sample they have used. That's what they are going to know that. That's what we are going to see. That next one is that how it is helps the research. How it is helps your to do a research continuously. That's what, see, you are in a confusion stage. When you are having that systematic literature review, it leads to that research methodology. The research methodology, it's going to take that which one you are going to choose, or your methodology of doing a research. What methodology I am adopting, or what I'm going to do is that your descriptive methodology research, or analytical research, or scientific research, like in science, though people are going to do the demonstrations. What research you are going to adopt? In social science, most of the people we are applying the descriptive research. What do you mean by descriptive research, sir? We are going to get that. We are going to do that, describing what data we are having, the tables we are having, or just chart and graphs. Tables are there. From the table, we are going to describe what we are going to study. That is what the descriptive research methodology we are going to in a social science, right? And next we are going to see that what is the sampling, sir? The sampling techniques. What are the sampling techniques, sir? When we are talking about the sampling techniques, we are dividing that probability and non-probability sampling. Then after second stage of methodology, we are going to say that we are going to select that what sampling techniques we are adopt to collect or going to reach that particular respondents. Right now, you are going to receive just what we have discussed. That example in mutual fund. That's just I said that in a stock market mutual fund. Still now, the few people only collected, or few people done only did that mutual fund investors perception or satisfaction, whatever. Now, you are going to approach that mutual fund investors. How you are going to? Whether you are going to go to probability sampling and non-probability sampling. When we are going to talk about that, what is the difference between the probability sampling and non-probability sampling? The probability sampling, we used to say that when we know about the population size, we are going for the probability sampling techniques. When we do not know about what is the probability of that, or what is the sample size, now we are going for non-probability sampling. If I want to give some example for probability and non-probability, in the beginning, I said that Geo want to test or Geo want to check what is their customer satisfaction. If they want to check, or if the PG student want to check the customer satisfaction of Geo users, if he goes and check in that Geo website, they can use it easily. They can able to find that what is the population or how much people are using the Geo SIM card. We can be able to find that populations. We can use to say that literally I'm giving that 50 crore people are using, 60 crore people are using. Just an example, I'm saying 60 crore people are using these things. And through that, if he or she, the researchers knows that what is the sample or what is the populations of our study, they are going for probability sampling. And another part is non-probability sampling. We do not know that what is the population of the people using the product. Just I want to say that cosmetic items. Another example, cosmetic items. We can use to say that how many people are using the cosmetic items we could be able to get. Then we are going for non-probability sampling. When we are doing the probability sampling, we are going to we are choosing the probability techniques. Then we are going for the which one we are going to adopt. In that probability sampling, we have the simple random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified random sampling, and cluster sampling. What is a simple random sampling? In a simple random, we are going to say that simple random techniques or simple random sampling. We used to say that if the people, for example, I'm saying that if 5 people are there, 5 people are there, everyone in a class, just I'm giving an example. If 5 people in a classroom, we need literally 3 persons we need to do some task. Now we are selecting 3 persons. In that, everyone will get a chance of selecting in 3. We are going to select 3, but everyone will get a chance of selection. That is that randomly you are going to select out of 5, you are going to select 3. That is that systematic random sampling. Then we are going to say that what is systematic? We are making one system. In the system, we are making that every, if it is a person is a 10, I am going to select system, making a system that every second person I am going to select for my sample. How if first they are making that 2 and second 2, in the sense 4th person. next 6th person, and 8th person, and 10th person. Systematically, we are selecting persons. That is the systematic sampling. Next one, stratified. We are making strata. We are making stratified sampling technique. We are making strata. What is a strata, sir? We are making, or we are dividing that 60% or 70% from here. This particular, we are making a strata. We are making strata. Through the strata, we are going to collect, or we are going to read the person. That's a systematic sampling. Stratified random sampling. Third one is that, the last one is that cluster sampling. The cluster sampling, we the people are making a small cluster of group. From the clustering group, we are going to select some sample. That is that cluster sampling. How we are going to say the clusters? If there is some 3 groups are there, we are making cluster group. The sense 30, 40, 30 to 40 years group, 50 to 60 years, or 40 to 50 years group. That every group, or from that every group, we are going to select that some sample. That is that cluster sampling. That another sample is that multi-stage random sampling. That multi-stage random sampling, we are going to do that. First of all, we are going to see that in a thumbnail. Thus, we are making multi-stage level. From that umbrella level, we are going to narrow down who's your respondents. From that, we are going to study the person. In the study, we are in Tamil Nadu. Now, from the Tamil Nadu, we are going to make that 4 districts or 5 districts. You are going to choose 5 districts. From the 5 districts, you are going to choose that which is the panchayat. You are going to choose. From that taluk, you are going to choose. From the taluk, you are going to choose that panchayat. From the panchayat, you are going to see that villages. That was stratified, multi-stage random sampling techniques we are going to adopt. Now, these are the steps are probability sampling. When you are talking about the non-probability sampling, it's as that judgment sampling, convenience sampling, and quota sampling. When you are talking about the judgment sampling, based on your researcher judgment, you are going to receive the sample from the respondents. They have some judgment. They feels that if I'm going to that particular person, I'm going to get some data. If I'm going to approach this particular person, he will not give. That's why I'm not going to approach him. That judgment that researcher is having, those who are going to collect the data, they have that some kind of convenience sampling. For 5 person are there, I will get for my convenience. I will go and I will approach this particular person. I will get the data and I will come. That is the convenient, the researcher. That those who are collecting data having the convenience to collect the data. In the sense, even though person sits besides you, if they do not convenient or they couldn't be able to cut, they are going to approach. They will not approach the particular person. They based on the researcher's convenience, they will collect. That's the convenient data. The quota sampling. When we are talking about quota sampling, the researcher have the freedom of some quota. The sense 50 to 60 in the age group, only you have collect 15% or 15 numbers. Or if a 15 to 50 years to 60 years, we have to collect 30 respondents. Here, in that age group, you are having a quota of only 30. And another 30 to 40, you have the quota of only 15 or 10. That freedom, that is whomever having that particular age, they can go and get. But here there is no restriction. But the numbers based on the quota, they are going to listen. That is that quota sampling. These are the sampling techniques before you are going to approach that research you are going to. And sampling selection. The sampling selection, we have so many methodologies to select. There's a sampling selection through the population. How much sample you are going to receive? Based on that, if there is a parametric, if there is a non-parametric, based on this, we have so many calculation. How much percentage or how much numbers we are going to select from the population. That population, in the sense, whole universe, how much users are in that geo. From that, how much you are going to choose, that's a sample. Sample is that representation of the population. We couldn't be able to get that 50 crore geo users. It's impossible. That's why we are receiving that how much percent, 500 or 6,000 or 1,000 sample we are going to select that those are geo users, and this is going to represent the whole population of the geo users. That's a sample. And what is the population, right? What is the research instrument to collect the data? That is research instrument we use to say that observation, interview, that scheduled interview or questionnaire, and nowadays we are using that database. When you are talking about the database, it maybe goes to that secondary data. And nowadays, if you have a questionnaire, we are going to do it, you can make that Google form. Through the Google form, we are collecting. Now, previously, the people has to go to have to collect the data in a person. And another is that interview. The interview in the sense it's one to another. That who was going to respond and who are all the people that researcher one to one through this interview. They are going to make that, or they are going to collect the data. And the other one is that observation. This observation method is that they will sit and they observe. Through the observation, they are going to make that analysis. That is that these are the research instrument. We have so many data collection method is there. Simply I want to show what are these simple instruments, right? And these are the process. These are the process of research. But what I say that first of all, we have to find that what is the research big problem. What is that? Which area you are going to do? Next one is that you have to do that serious literature review. Through that literature review, you have to find that what is the review concept and what is the theory you are going to study. Through that, you are going to make that hypothesis. Whether what research hypothesis you are going to frame, and after that you are going to study that you are going to make the research or design of the research. That's a sampling, design, sampling method, and whatever we have discussed. And after that we are going to collect that data. The data collection is that instrument. The sense how that sample we are going to in a questionnaire or interview or interview questionnaire, or we are going to make that observation. That's what we are going to. Then we are going to analyze the data. After that only we are going to write the result. These are the process. If there is a first, we are going to collect the data. In the collection of data, we are going for, before main study, we are going for pilot study. From the pilot study, if you are getting any miscommunication or if we are getting any problem, again we are going back and we are changing the question, the data collection, this instruments we are going to change. After that, again we are going for the main study or main data collection. Through that main data collection, then we are going to analyze. Through the analysis, then we are going to check that the data normality, reliability, and that everything we are going to check. From that checking, we are going to do the main study. After the main analysis, we are going to interpret and we are submitting the. These are the things that we are going to set. Right now. Okay, sir. The question is, first of all, I know that what is the broad area. Then I have knows that what is my domain. I found that research gap through literature review. Through that literature review, I have found that my research instruments, like what are the scales you are going to use. That questionnaire, the questionnaire, what are the items you are going to use. I found it, and I have collected that data through that research, through that. Sampling techniques and methods, and I received and I collected data. Now I have a data set. How I am going to do this and what software I am going to use. Now, so many softwares here, even the people are used to do SPSS, even in the olden days, they did in Excel and other softwares are there. Now, in familiarly that SPSS, so the SPSS has that so much of familiar in that research. Now, so many people are seeing that the problem in SPSS. What is the problem, sir? In that SPSS we need to get, and we have to pay, and we have to get. If you have a if you want the SPSS, you should have to pay some money. Then only you will get a license. But what is the difference between SPSS and Jamovi? Jamovi is a new software. It is open source software. It do not ask you money. simply if you go and approach, if your website, you can download and you can use that software. That's the difference between that SPSS and Jamovi software. Right. Now we can see that what are the and how we are going to make and now we are going to download that Jamovi software. Right. Now here you can be able to see that one minute. Now you just type Jamovi software, right? Jamovi software. Yes, here www.jamovi.org. Through that, you can be able to go and you can see that Jamovi software. It's taking a few minutes to load. Here you can see that Jamovi software. In this, we are having a Jamovi offers two-way. Even you can do it in a cloud, or you can have it in a software in a desktop. Now, if you want to work it on a cloud, if you have a good internet facility and you can work down directly with the browser, you can also do in a cloud. Here you can see you can be able to see that's the Jamovi cloud. Here, no sir, I will work even though if internet is not available, I will work in the sense you can go for that Jamovi desktop. Jamovi desktop. Through clicking this Jamovi desktop, we can go. Here you can see that what are the softwares in a different windows, right? In that, if you go and see that Jamovi desktop download for Windows, if you click that, you can download. You can download and you can install. See, here I have already downloaded and I have installed the Jamovi software. Just we are going to give download, it will download, and if you right click and install or run as administrator, it's going to run. Through this one, now you are going to open the Jamovi software. See, here you can see Jamovi software. I hope that you can be able to see that Jamovi software, right? Okay. Now, just when you are downloaded and you have installed, and now you are opening that Jamovi software, it should be like this. How that pages. In that, first we are going to see that, sir, I am going to do a research. Just I want to show that how that I hope that you people knows that the difference between that SPSS and Jamovi beginningly, but I thought of demonstrating that what is the difference between the two things. But now I couldn't be able to discuss, or we can be able to not be able to compare with the two things, that Jamovi and this SPSS. Now I'm going to see that, sir, I want to see. Now I want to tell you that you have did a review of literature. Through the review of literature, you find that some of the variable, that is that your instruments, that research instrument, that's that demographic variable and steady variables. Right. Now, I want to show that some of the steady variables here. See, these are the variables I am going to show. Just for example, what are the steady variables we are going to see it now. Hope that you are going to be able to see that variable, right? See, just think about that. This is your steady variable. Steady variable. The sense your question. First one is that you can be able to see that gender. Second one is that your age category. Age category, it is less than 22, above 50. And next one is that what is your level of education, and what is that place you are selected current occupation. What is your occupation? What you are doing? What you are working? And that this is that which city, which part of city you are residing, and what is your monthly income, and you are going to see that from that how many times you have visited in this mall. That this is a question. It has that we have already done a research through that one mall is there. Through this one mall, what is the people's satisfaction about this mall? Those who are coming inside and going out, we are asking the questions regarding how many times they visited, came here, and what is their satisfaction about this mall. Here, you can next we are going to see that please select the type of purchase you would like to make in this mall. In this mall, what are the things you are purchasing? And next question is, please enter the average amount you spend per month in the purchase of retail item. Here, how much you are spending in that mall. And next one, we are going to study that it's a steady variable, that what is your perception about this mall. We are going to give a ranking 1 to 5. 1 to 5. This I like people of this mall very much. I like the people of this mall very much. Thus, strongly disagree to strongly agree. And next one is that I do not like this facility. What are the facilities you do not like? If that you are going to say that strongly disagree to strongly agree. These are the steady variable you are going to study. Here you are having both. You are having that categorical variable and metric variable. When we are talking about what is categorical variable, in the sense it has that some. It not is a metric variable. Metric variable in the sense it has that equal distance, and the 1 to 5. The category in the sense it has a different category. When we are talking about that in a research, that data should be for the demographic variable. If it has that some category, we are in the sense some options. We used to say that is a categorical variable, and whatever the things are there in a 5-point scale, 7-point scale on the ratios, we can use to say that it's a metric variable. Through this categorical variable and categorical variable, we are going to do that only chi-square and ANOVA. Mostly we do only chi-square analysis. If we are going for categorical variable and the metric variable, we can go for that all other analysis. And when you want to do a regression and correlation, we should have that both the two variables should be a metric variable. We'll discuss what is the metric variable one, what is the category variable. We'll discuss. Now you can find that these are the questions, right? Now we are going to enter the data into the Jamovi. How we are going to enter, sir? See. Okay. Here, first one is that first I want to introduce that what are the pop-ups in that Jamovi, right? First one is that variable. Second one is that data. Third one is that analysis, and last one is that edit. Whatever we are entered, we are going to see what are the things we can edit. In that variable, we can see that first one is that edit variable, and we want to make any compute. We want to compute in the sense we want to make that adding multiplication. If you want to do, we can make compute. And next one is that we can make that vertical to horizontal to vertical. We can see that transform. After that, that's add and delete. If you want to add another variable, we can add. If you want to delete that particular items, that variable, we can delete through this item. And this is a filter. If you have that more than 40, 50, 60 items, we are going to use that filter option to filter your data. Now, first we are going to see that what is the first in the question? We have seen that first one is the gender. First we have seen a questionnaire is a gender. Here, first in that questionnaire, when you open it, it has that 1 or 2 items. In this, first we are going to edit. Through when you are clicking edit, you can able to get that data, variable. Here you can see that gender. And next we are going to that. This is the one, it should comes above your table. Now I am entering here that gender of the respondent. Here gender, I'm going to use that is a right male female. We will have that it's a nominal only, but we are giving that gender is that male female. It has that integer. The data type we are going to give that integer. Right now, once we are given that, here you can be able to see here your data is that gender. You can be able to see that first one is that it was changed. Right, this changed like a gender. The description is a gender of the respondent. Gender of the respondent first. Right, that what I'm saying the sense, you have went to the data collection, you have collected from that questionnaire, you are entering here. First questionnaire is the gender. Okay, sir, I mentioned. Next, what I have to do, sir, I do not know that how I am going to enter. How I am going to enter, sir. Now, next you are going to again the second one is that enter. See, you can see the data. In this data, go to data and you can click that here setup. You can able to see that first one is that here, sir, gender. You have collected a person from the male. You have collected from male. That you are going to here male, sir. Right, in this respondent you have shown in this he clicked is a male. Sir, yeah, okay. Second, you may again you went to sir. He is also male, sir. He also male. You have entered. Third one I am received, sir. He is a female, sir. Yes, and again I am going to the female, sir. Again I went to the male, sir. Here you have an option that you can copy also. See, sixth I went to male, sir. I copied and I paste. Then again I went other person. They are female, sir. Yeah, again female, sir. Again female, sir. Again these people are female, sir. Just I have enter. See, here you can see that here you can see that levels which you are going to make that. For the male, you are going to value 1 or 2. Now, if you want to change. No, I want to give that value. The level is that for female is that 1, sir. You click that, it goes up. Here you can click that to that you can get right. Or if you want to change that, you can change. What is the one, sir? One the female. Or now here you no need of changing male, sir. Male. Okay. Now male. Now you have entered only from the 10 respondents in that only one question. If I am going to check again second questionnaire, sir. Second questionnaire. What is the second questionnaire, sir? That age, their age, sir. Now again I am going to change here that variable. In that second one I am clicking here. I am going to edit that. See, age here age of the respondent. Okay. Here, the typo is we are going to make that ordinal. Why is ordinal, sir? Because I'm shown that sir, age is 22 and above 30. It can be orderable. It can be orderable. Then one, that's one I am doing the measures of type is that ordinal. Ordinal I'm going to choose. And that data type also integers. It's not a decimal, it's not a text, it is a integer. Integer in the sense numbers. Right? I'm going to choose yes. Okay, sir. See, when you are seeing that here also it changes. Here also it is changed. Next, I am going to enter the 5 or the 10 members, the 10 respondents, how they are responded. I'm going to data. In this data, see, you can see here. First, one person age, sir. Through the questionnaire, see, I saw that their age is less than 20, less than 20, sir. Less than 20. See, just I copied and I have pasted here. Just I copy and pasted the values here. The value for that I am giving that level is 1. And next one that person's age is that 41 to 51, sir. 41 to 51, sir. See, I'm entering 41 to 50, right? Just I have mentioned here the level is 41 to here this level is 2. This level we can change. Level we can change. Next, sir, third respondent, sir, I met their age is 31 to 40, sir. 31 to 40. Just I'm saying that it may be same also. It may be same also. Sometimes again I am meeting that girl, another respondent, sir. That girl age is that the female age is that less than 20, sir. Less than 20. Less than 20, sir. And again I am going to meet that another person, sir. That person age is 21 to 30, sir. 21 to 30. And again I am meeting another person. Their age is above 50. Above 50. Above 50. Now I hope that all the 5 things are given. Now I am going to order which one is from this order. Now this is the correct one. Second one is that, see, this is the second. We should not. Second is that we should change that second to here. We can change here. Which one is that? Here's the second one. This is the second one. Or we can change that. Which one is that? From that, this is the thing. It should have come in a second or third place. We are going to change. See again. Otherwise, we can enter the value here. Enter the values here. Through this, we can make some changes. See. Okay, I'm entering. What is the values here? 5th one, sir. 5th. And I'm going to change that here. Second, sir. Second. See, you can change that here. Is that we can having 3 orders. Through this, we can change. Now, again, I am meeting another person, sir. This age is 50, sir, or this other age, sir. Just I am entering for your purpose. I'm entering roughly. I'm entering this some data. Okay. Yeah, enter. See, these are the values here. The third question is, what is the third question? The third question is their level of education. Their level of education. Now, through the time constraint, I'm restricting from 2 respondents, then we are going for another research. Now I'm going to analyze. Just we are hope that all the data are entered. Just we think that all the data are entered. Sir. How I am going to do analysis? See, go to analysis. Go to analysis. In this analysis, we are having that explore, retest, ANOVA, regression, frequency, and factor analysis. What is the benefit of that Jamovi is that we have so many add-ons. We can add R, we can have Python, we can have the structural equation model. Everything we can do it in a single software. That is the another best or another biggest advantage of the Jamovi is that we can use n number of software through add-ons. But SPSS have some restrictions to add everything. They are also providing, but it will take a lot of time to do, or it takes much time. And we should have changed the software, the version you have to change. But here you can, through that single click add-ons, we can do all the things. I also in the future and at the end of the class, how we are going to make add-ons and those we will teach you. Right now, I want to make that what is that frequency. See, I want to see that what are the analysis in the 10 members, how many people are likes and how many people are not like. I want to see that. Just go to frequency, or you can go explore. Through that explore, I'm going to see that what is the descriptive results. Descriptive. What is that? Descriptive side. Okay. Now, just I want to study that what is the gender. How many people are gender? How many people are gender in the out of 10? How many people are gender? How many people are gender? Just see, you have in that descriptive. Sorry, in this you want to explore. In that explore, you just click that descriptive. The description you are going to see that the demographic profile of that response. You want to just click descriptive. Through the descriptive, this pop-up box will come here. Through this, we are going to see that how many persons are the gender you want to see. Just I click here. Just I click, it goes here. And see, you are looking at here, you can, this analysis going on, right? See, descriptive. See here, it shows that what's the N? N indicates the number of respondents. And next one, it shows that missing. Is that value is anything missing or not? Here, there is no missing values. Here, there is no missing values. Only we have mentored 10. That's why we do not have that missing value. Just we can go and see in a variable view or data view, we can see that 10 members. But if you are collecting more than 300, 400, 600, you wouldn't be able to see that your sample whether we have missed or not. Through this one, we can be able to see that how many respond, the n number. Through that n number, what are the missing values we can see here. Next one is that mean value. Through this 10, what is the mean value? That mean value indicates that 1.60. The median is most of the 2. That indicates that how many people. That indicates that 2 is that female we have mentioned. The female is much, right? And that the standard deviation is 0.516, and that maximum value is a 1 and the minimum value is 2, because we gave that maximum value for gender, right? Female is a male is a 1 and female is a 2. That's a minimum and the maximum. Yeah, same. Now again, you want to see something the same. You can click that frequency table. Frequency table. See here, you can get that frequency table. How many persons are male and how many persons are female? You can be able to find. See here in the frequency table. When you are clicking the frequency table, here you are getting the frequency table. Male as a 6 and female is a 4. The total percentage in this out of 10, 6 indicates that 60% is the female and 40% is the male. If you want to know that what is the cumulative percentage, also you can see that 60% is that male, 60 plus 40, you can see that 100% is the cumulative percent also can be able to see. Then again, you want to see any statistical data or statistical you want to know, just you can click here, you can find that there's some statistical things. Now, what are the things you want and what are the things you do not want it? Now, you can see that mean, median, mode, sorry, mean and median. Now you want to mode in the sense, just that central tendencies. Central tendency. If you click that mode, you can be able to get that mode values. Right. If you want to sum, see, mode is a 2. Now it comes 2. If you want to that sum, you can have, if you click sum, you are going to get that sum value also you are going to get. Right. See, the sum value is a 16. Sum value is a 16. Because 6 into 2, 12 plus 4, you are going to get the 6 into 12 in the sense that 6 female. 6 female, the value we are given the 2, that's a 6 into 2, 12 plus 4 men, that's a 16. The sum you are getting that 16. And if you want to see that neither dispersion, if you want to see that standard deviation, minimum, maximum, if you want to see the variance, you can see the variance. If you do not want that minimum and the maximum, you can remove minimum and maximum. Here also it's going to remove. See, now there is no minimum and maximum. And if you want to check the normality, you can check that Shapiro-Wilks normality test. If you click that, you can also be able to see that normality test in that. Right. Here we have only few, the sense 10 respondents only we received. The 10 respondents we are getting that Shapiro-Wilks that 0.640, 0.640. The p value is less than 0.05. It's also indicate that. Right. Now, if you want a plot, okay, sir, it's enough, sir. Statistically, everything is okay. Now I want to see the plot, sir. I want to see plot, sir. What is that plot I want to see, sir? Now we can use that histogram, box plot, bar plot, and QQ plot. You can be able to avoid. See here, if you want to get that box plot, if you click box plot, you can be able to get that box plot. You will get. See. So taking few minutes. If you want to see, you can see the box plot. Yes, see, we can be able to see that gender, sir, gender. Another, we do not have the another variable. That's why it's not getting the box plot. If you want to see that histogram or density, also we can see that. If you're clicking that histogram, you can get that histogram. See, from the histogram, you can be able to find that. See, male and female. Male and female. Male is that person and female is that 6. That's what it shows. Right. When you want to split, sir, I want to split. How I want to split, sir? The sense there is a gender is there. From this gender, how many persons are age-wise difference? You also here, if you have that, you want to see that in that in SPSS, we are going to say cross tabulation. We are going to cross tabulation. Here also we can do that cross tabulation. Just we are clicking age and we can able to split. Clicking here, we can able to get that data. See here, we can able to see here as how many persons are there. Right here. For missing values, nothing is there, and mean is we are going to mean. See, these are the mean through that. Here, see, at the age of female less than 20 years, 2 persons are there, and 41 to 50, the female is 1 female is there, and above 50, there is no female at all. From your research study, from your research area, there is no one in the area. Right. These are the things when you are going to get descriptive analysis when you are going to. Right. Now, next you are going to see that already I have some data, in the sense I have already entered some existing data is there. Through that, I am going to demonstrate how we are going to analyze. See, you can see that portions. What are the portion histogram also? You can be able to see that persons, how many male and how many female also, that particular age we can able to see that. Here male, so only 1, and here 2. See, you can see that male is 1. In the age of less than 20, male is 1, female is a 2. There is a range is there, right? Now I'm going to demonstrate that what is that next analysis of chi-square. How the chi-square is going to perform. See, to check the chi-square, first of all, we should know that what is that chi-square. The chi-squares are used in so many places and so many purposes. For the model fit also, they are going to use a chi-square. Or through the chi-square, you are going to use that the variables, both the two variables are categorical. The sense it's categorical in the sense it should have that both it have that categorical variable, not metric variable. Or we used to say sometimes we have that democratic variables. People used to say that socioeconomic variables are democratic variables are independent variables sometimes, but not all the times it's a, but mostly it's a categorical variable. Categorical variable. Now I have some data. In the data, I'm going to have the two category. That one is the savings, another one is that income. The chi-square is going to say that what is the association between two variables. What is that association between the two variables? Just I want to give that example, and again I'm going to do here, right? If the person's incomes increases, is that any association between the saving also increase or not? So common, you people used to say that if the income increases, the savings increase or decrease. That's what we are going to check. Or in a different way, when you are going to say that the here go to frequency, you are going to see that independent samples x square, that a square test association. You are going to check. This is a contingency table. You are clicking here, you are going to get that chi-square analysis. To have the chi-square analysis, we need some data. That's what I told you already. I told you we have the data in that. Through how we can import data from other domain, in the sense, go to click here, open, go to browse. See here, yes. In that, I have that today I am going to add a section that here you can have it on that chi-square. Just I have some data from the data I am opening here. See, it will open a new sheet. Whatever you are opening in a new, if you want to open, it will go separately for new site. Yes. Here we received two data, right? See, you go data, you can be able to see that setup. If you click setup, you can click here, right? We have that total income and total savings. Through this, literally, we have collected this data from, yes, see, bottom, you can see that literally we have received from 346 respondents. 346 respondents. From the respondents, we have collected the data. In this income, that ranges from 20,000 to more than 50,000. More than 50,000 is their income, and the savings are 5,000 and less than 5,000 to up to 50,000, up to 30, which we'll see that here we can see that the range we can see in the total savings up to 5,000 to more than or above 20,000, above 21. Yes, yes, sir.
We have another 10 more minutes.
Okay, sir. We will complete the chi-square itself, sir. If it
Yes.
is X, sir, we can go, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. The chi-square, I told you that chi-square tells about that association between the two categorical variable. If the income increases, the people are going to saving. They are going to increase their saving or not. Or if the income increases, what is their spending pattern? Is that increasing or decreasing? If there is no income, what is their spending pattern? That's what we are going to study. Here, income is that we have a different category. The category is that up to 20,000 to 50, more than 51,000. The saving is that up to 5,000 to more than 21,000. Here you can be able to see that the total saving. Here also see the description is the total saving. Sir, is an ordinal, is a integer. The data type also integer. You can be able to see here, right? Okay. Now I am going to analyze the frequency independent samples chi-square. For two variables, I said two categorical variables. One is the row I am inserting, another is the total savings. Simply can get that. See, the loading, the table is loading, right? It's a contingency table. It take few minutes. We'll see that what are the statistics tables we want to see. That chi-square we have even. Yes, it's loaded, right? Okay. Now here you can see that we have mentioned that in that row is the total income here mentioned. See, up to the row, right? It's a row up to 20,000 to more than 51,000 is there, and in a column we have mentioned that total savings is up to 5,000 to more than 21,000. We have mentioned as row and column, right? Here you can be able to see that it's a descriptive table. From this we can be able to see that up to 20,000 to up to 20,000 income people have saving up to 5,000 members are 67 members are saving up to 5,000. If their income is less than or up to 20,000, they are saving at the 67% are saving up to 5,000. The same that those who are incomes are up to 20,000, they are saving 5 to 10,000. Is a 42% or 42 respondents are saving. If that income is more than 50,000, they are going to save that up to, see, you can see that 10,000 to 15,000 is that higher. Now here we can be able to see that next one is that it's a chi-square table. That number of now n is indicate that number of population. Let's say both the values in that the respondents x and y in the sense total income and total saving is totally 552. That value of that x square value is that 129, and degrees of freedom is 16. Degrees of freedom, we know that how to calculate degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom is that row minus 1, column minus 1, row minus 1, column minus 1. Through that you are going to get that degrees of freedom. Through this here the p value indicate that it's at less than 0.5. When there's a less than 0.5, you can say that there is a association between the income and their saving. Income and their saving. Here through this study we can be able to say that when there is income increases, their saving also increases. The association, when there is increasing, also saving also increasing. See, now you want to see any more than the test, you can see it here, that x square, the correlation, the likelihood ratio. If you want likelihood ratio, we can study. If you want to find that other than that cell observation, row, column, you can also see here. And if you want to plot anything, you can plot that x-axis and y-axis. Even if you want to study here, you can see that what is the normality, what is the ordinal. If you want to study, you can also study that. You can use that pi square or Kramer V. Through that, how much is strong, how much is that power that Kramer V or pi square, how much association, how much percentage is association between the two variable also we can able to see. See, this is the thing we can do that through that. Go to frequency, through the frequency you can have that independent samples x square, right, chi square or square test association. We can be able to do this analysis. Now again I am going to further test t test, sir. What is the t test, sir? How we are going to test the t test, sir? When we want to test the t test, just going and click here, we can able to get the t test. First of all, I want to study that one sample t test, sir. How I am going to one sample t test? What is the one sample t test? It's going to say, the one sample t test is going to say that how much is represent the population. There's only one sample. From that one sample, is that responding the sample or not? The population is that there or not? We are going to check. This is a one sample t test. The one sample t test is indicate that how much the population, how much the populations is indicates, right? Now, can you able to see here, right? Hope that you are seeing, right? Okay, right. Now you are seeing that one sample t test. In the one sample t test, I am going to check that how much, see in a data, we are able to see that gender, minutes, and bill and business. Here, see the people have used male and female, and we have collected data from that. See, literally 250 respondents we have received. In the 250 respondents, we are going to check that what is that, is that sample 250 sample is reaching the whole population or not. We are going to check this, that we are here clicking that one sample t test. If you clicking one sample t test, see that what that minutes of calling, minutes of talk. See, it's a dependent variable. Now clicking and moving here, we can get that one sample t test. See, look at this. This statistics says that the minutes 55.1 is that statistics that sample, and the degrees of freedom is 249, and the p value is less than 0.05. It indicates that is a significant, and there is a, its population is representing the sample size is representing the whole population. Now, if you want to see the extra, that what is the mean difference, sir? Mean difference, sir. If you click that mean difference, you can be able to get that here mean difference. See, the mean difference is 162 minutes of talking. That the mean difference between the other person to here is that 162 is the mean differences. Now, if you want to see that descriptive, also will get that descriptive, sir. From the 250 respondents, mean is that 162 and the median is 158. The standard deviation is 46.6 and the standard error is 2.95. Here again, I want to see that anything I want is that assumption checking, sir. Normality, I want to check the normality. Here, if you click normality, you can get that here normality test. Shapiro Wills, you can be able to get that. See that Will Shapiro says that 0.981 is the value is the value. See here, this note is indicate that the low p value suggests the violation of the assumption of normality. Here it says that it's less than 0.05. Here there is no normality in this data. The data do not have the normality, right? That's what you are going to show. The data should be normal. If there is no normal, we are going to avoid. Here in this value, the data is not normal. This is that one sample t test, right? If you want to go further, if you want to study that, sir, independent sample test, sir. I want to study, sir. What is the independent sample t test is going to say, sir? The independent sample t test is going to tell about that two variable. The two variable, one is a metric variable, another is the categorical variable. What is the metric variable and what is the categorical variable, sir? In this category variable, that's an independent. Category variable is an independent variable. It has only two options, two category. It should have only two category only. It should have. Another one is that the metric variable. Metric variable, sir. To study that independent variable, what are the things we have to do, sir? That's what that assumption I told you, that you want to perform an independent sample t-test. The independent sample t-test should have that two variable. The two variable, one is that dependent, another is the independent. The dependent variable should be in a metric, and the independent variable should have that categorical variable. In the categorical variable, it should have that minimum two category only. It should not go beyond the two category. If you are talking about the two category, see here also, now we are going to do some analysis for independent sample t-test. I am going to involve that another file, another dependent sample t-test file. Just dependent sample t-test. I am going to use again that. Say here also, here itself, I am going to use that independent sample t-test. Just I am clicking that independent sample t-test. That independent sample t-test, you will see that already I told you that the independent sample t-test, that independent that category variable should have a two variable only. So the two variable we are going to use that here. That one is that minutes. That independent variable is that minutes, and another one is that grouping variable is a gender. Right. Now we can be able to get that independent sample t-test. See here, you can be able to see that independent sample t-test. See here, 0.592. The 592 indicates that. See, 11 t-test are experiment that p-value is that less than violation of the. Here we do not have that main difference. We will see, and homogeneity you can see. Yes, we can see here normal lateral checking, right? We can here checking here that independent sample t-test, that statistics value is that 0.536 and difference is the 2.8 and p-value is the 592, and if that less than that, if there is a value 11 it says less than 0.5, it indicates a violation of the equivalence of variance. Now it's not violating, sir. There is a difference between that male and female. There is a difference between the male and female. That it indicates that that usage of mobile phone, that hours, the minutes they are using is a different from that male and female. It indicates that there is a difference between two male and female. That's what we are going to choose. Now, in earlier also we have discussed that, right, sir, everything is ready. How we are going to use it, sir? How we are going to use? Just see, clicking here, we just click and you can make that copy. Just right click. Even if you click here, the whole table you can click. Just copy and you can use that. I'm going to open any, see here, I'm going to show you, see, in the Word document, just I am giving Control V. There I have copied and I have mentioned here. Here we can be able to write that, see, from this table is ready. From this table we can write here inference from the above table. From the, for the inference I am taking from the above table, that statistic value is is 55.1 and the difference is The degrees of freedom is the degrees of freedom is freedom. DF. Degrees of freedom is 249. The p value is less than 0.05. It indicates that we want to. It indicates that reject the null hypothesis and accepting the alternative hypothesis. What is that? What is that? Alternative hypothesis. See, now we can say that we have to solve what is that alternative hypothesis. The one sample teacher says that the sample mean is the equivalent to the population means. That is that we are going to infer here. Here we are going to see that what is the normality. Here also we are going to type that here from this normality test, the Shapiro-Wilk normality test shows that the value of the Wilk lambda, the Wilk test is the 0.981 and the p-value is 0.02. These values indicate that it's a violation of the data. We should not say that this data is a normal. So is a normal, and the descriptive, what is the mean and what is the mediation, what is the standard deviation, also you can able to write and you can able to type and you can infer and you can publish. Right. These are the way you can going to analyze. You are going to present. Right. Yes, sir. Alan sir, can I? Alan sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can we continue or stop, sir?
I think it's time, sir. I think we can stop here. Maybe
Okay,
another
sir.
day we can have the extended version of this.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Dear participants, if you have any questions, please drop it in the chat box. Dr. Lenin will be addressing to the questions. Lenin sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, sir.
So, to become a data-driven manager,
yes, sir.
What are the tools apart from Jamovi business students should learn about?
Yes, sir. Nowadays, that mostly, sir, for data-driven, we can use that, especially. I couldn't be able to say that freely, but I could be able to say that some softwares literally widely accepted by the researchers. The research in the sense in the world forum, some softwares only used for data-driven. We can take data unrelated source in the sense. If we go to RBI website, we can take that so many data, that annual data we can drive, but sometimes the people used to say that it may not valid. And if you go to any stock market, we can take that a number of data related to stock related data. And even though if you are going to checking and we are going to take, people used to say that the data is not valid because they fear that the data can be manipulated. But Even that if you want to find that any other, especially moneycontrol.com is there, and other so many websites is there, but the people do not accept in a valid data. If you use that Proquest one software is there, from that we can get data. And Bloomberg's the another data driven software. Through this, if you are collecting the data, we can use to say that it's a valid data we can be able to say. For the particularly I'm saying about that this is for the research scholars and those who are in the faculty, I'm saying that. And other than that, we can use the RBI data, SEBI data, and statistical department is that they are also providing some data. If you go to their website, you can be able to find their data and you can use. But if you want to do if you want to do that 6 month, 1 year, or 2 years data, we can get it. But if you want to more than a years, that researchers, like a business man and researcher, that data should be not available for the more than few years. We literally have 1 year, 2 year only. In a sense, 1 year data only will be available. If you want to take much data, you should have go that particularly that Proquest or Bloomberg and other data-driven softwares we can use and you can get. If you want to get any customer satisfaction or customer perception about YouTubers or Facebook, we can take it in that their chat itself, that is individually, but it was restricted. It was restricted to particular field, particular quantity only, sir.
Okay, sir. So there is a question from Mr. Anand.
Yes, sir.
Kindly tell something about ranking test.
Ranking
Test.
What banking test? Test or what? I'm not getting you, sir. Test in the sense.
The question is about kindly tell something about ranking test.
Ranking, sir. Okay, ranking. Okay, sir. Ranking, we can have that, sir. We can Anand, from the ranking, we can have that 2 or 3 kind of tests that we are having that carrot ranking. Carrot ranking, that's widely accepted ranking. Carrot ranking. The carrot ranking, through that carrot ranking, we can do that. We can assign that which is the top people are liking or which one is not liking. In the sense, we can we are asking that how many times you are coming here and how many times you are purchasing product. We can be able to say that through the ranking, this much of the people are liking particularly this kind of a product. Thus, the carrot ranking is the best ranking method to do the ranking analysis. And through the carrot analysis, we can be able to say that this person, this particular person's presence, this age group people are liking this times, and this age group people are liking this thing. Mostly that ranking should come on the yes or no questions. And if you want to ask them to ranking, they will ranking. This kind of questions only, sir.
Okay, sir. And one more question from the
Yes, sir.
audience. How to get data in marketing?
That's what I do not know that is how he is asking that data. Data we can use to say that is a primary data and secondary data. If you want that secondary data, you should have approach. I don't want to say that where we have to go approach. That's what the marketing I said, that in Facebook and Twitter, or if you want some YouTube, if you want to check that marketing data, you can get it. If you want to get the marketing data related to that, how much the sales is there and how much they are and how much these people are selling the products. This and all, if you want to check, go on to see that website, you can be able to say that annual data, you can be able to see that how much their production, how much their sales we can find. But particularly if you want to see that market or marketing data, in the sense that marketing is a big field. In this marketing, if you want to check that what the product satisfaction or how many people are using, we could be able to find. That's what we are using, that non-parametric test. In the non-parametric, we can be able to find that those who are specifically, we are based on our convenience or judgment or our quota sampling, we are receiving and we are getting data.
Okay, sir, I think all the questions raised by the audience. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Over to
Thank you,
Rexley.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Chief guest, Dr. Lenin, Assistant Professor, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, to take out time from his busy schedule to grace this event. I hope it was very useful. Thank you, sir, for your explanation. A heartfelt thanks to Dr. Vetrivelan and Professor Valan for organizing this event. I also take this time to thank all the participants for their active participation. Thank you all once again, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. So dear participants, we are having a MEST event on 9th February, that is the coming Thursday, day after tomorrow. If you would like to participate in the MEST, you can always contact us, and you are most welcome to participate in the MEST event. And if you want to present your papers in the paper presentation in online, those who are unable to come to Yelagiri Hills and participate, we have specially arranged online paper presentation on 18th February. Those details will be sent to you through mail. So please do participate and get benefited. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in another occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Valan, sir, I want to say that, dear participants, I thought of telling all the things that chi-square, ANOVA, independent summit is, but due to time constraint, I couldn't be able to deliver all the things. If you have a time, we'll do next time. And hope that, thank you, Mr. Valan, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you all. Thank you.